guys, it has been a hot minute since I have recorded a video. It's been like 3 or so days, but I've been doing a lot of work, so that's why I haven't. You can see right here a little bit. But first off, these pillars now go higher, and this is now higher. This is like I think 13 or 14 blocks high. This is how high all these pillars are gonna go, and this is like 5 1/4 stacks of wool just right here. And then that back wall is probably 6 stacks of sandstone. So this is a lot. And if you look right here, the sand collection is rapidly growing, but we still do not even have enough for the floor. We are still, I think, probably 3,000 sand off from the floor. But you walk in here, look at this. Look at progress. There's only one little section of sand left, which I was saving to do with you guys on episode. But also, these are expanded out because I'm going to be moving all the staircases over because I'm probably going to have the inside wall different from the outside, but that will be like a long time down the line. But I'm at least doing that now so I remember. So this has all been extended over one. But yeah, as you see, this literally was a crazy thing to do. I just every day I was just grinding on it. I get off work and stuff. And oh, I did not know mobs could spawn there. Let's go take care of this. I can't get much closer. I do not know where that spawning spot is because I just went through and did this. I know there's some weird little curves and stuff around this spot. We need to go get rid of him. He's gonna bug me if we don't. Ouch. Okay, let's try this again. Let's go. First thing, we have to go take care of this creeper. I'm assuming he's just right here is where he spawned. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dead. Let's pick this one back up. I'm assuming it's just part of somewhere in this dark area he spawned. So a couple extra torches, but yeah. So this goes all the way around to here and it loops right back. So basically this entire island has been cut off and this line goes all the way across. Obviously this is not it. We first off need more sand. Second off, we still have more more plans for this stuff. Like I'm gonna probably get rid of all of this too. So that this ocean just doesn't exist and just drain it for all sand. Because there is good sand to use here. But yeah, this is literally all that's left. So I figured on this episode we could start by just getting rid of this. And then officially calling the interior done, which is kind of crazy to think that interior, sorry, the sand removal can be done because we did have this big annoying like mini pond in here. Luckily, it didn't take too much. The deepest sections were like maybe 3 or 4 blocks down, and a lot of those were like caves that it opened up into. So it really didn't take too much. And I've gotten really good at this. Oh, there's a torch missing there. That could be something. But okay, here we go. 2 sections left. And this is it. Come on, you guys gotta be a little better than that. We can't just be getting stuck. Last one? Oh my. There we go. And just like that, I'll drop a couple torches just because I don't trust this area. Like right here looks kind of dark too. And just like that, guys. Yeah, so here, look at this. This inside area is done. We got rid of the last stack of sand. So now let's head up, and I kind of want to talk about things because I did do some planning when I would get off for the night, and I'd be completely burnt out from spending hours mining sand and stuff. I started sketching out ideas I had for just parts of this. I don't have a better way to really get over here yet. I'm kind of keeping this this here because if mobs spawn over here, I don't want them walking across the bridge to me yet. But in here, I got a piece of paper. I actually was sketching out some ideas for the inside. Not like what it's going to look like, but like what I want in each section. The basement, I already have a plan for, and I was down there looking, and luckily we probably only got to go down to like where that gravel is, or maybe a block or two under it, so it should not be a lot of work to dig much farther down. Problem is, it's a, what's a 75 by 34 room, so, or 43, I actually have the measurements written down. 33 by 74. Yeah, so I was right. So yeah, 33 by 74 is a lot of blocks to mine, and then having even just going down 4 or so layers would break some pickaxes. So let's hope we don't have to do that for the time being, but down there, that's already all figured out. So then if we move up, I'll grab my piece of paper, you can probably hear it a little bit. So we're moving up on the middle layer, which is the one that we are going to be spending the most time on, and I won't even start that layer till we get this thing probably mostly fleshed out in the shell up, because the roof will be the last thing we get done with this place, besides like the inside walls and stuff like that, because I want to have this all figured out before we get that far. So what I was thinking of in here is in the middle of these rooms, in the middle of this room is going to be like little displays. Like it'll be on pedestals, probably of the smooth, and it'll be glassed off, and it'll be special things that will show off inside those. Obviously, the museum is meant to be filled and not to be finished. Like the museum is meant to take 5 years to fill up and do. Another part I'm gonna do is I want to have a spot for every block in the game. So like maybe on the back wall, sort it by eras and stuff. So like classic, imp dev, alpha, beta, stuff like that. So basically, you can look and just see over the years as the block collection grows. Just looking in on the back wall. I think that would be a super cool thing, and that's gonna be depending on how much that takes. It may end up being this whole back wall. I doubt it'll need to be that much, but you just never know. And then I also want to have a spot for items. So that may end up being this wall. Maybe it cuts a little this way. Maybe it cuts a little this way. It'll be a little bit more like pitter patter with items because it's harder to display them. We have to put them in chests for the time being because there's no better ways of that. So that at least for the moment can wait, or even items could go upstairs. And like, so there's a section for blocks, and then all of our keepsakes, special stuff like that, will be like toward the middle of this. And then the upstairs will be for items, which we could do. And then the very bottom downstairs is going to be for the change log. It's going to be like the complete history of Minecraft. I want to have kept in a place. I think it'd be super cool. But that's obviously not going to be till a little bit farther down the line. I obviously want to get started on that room before we move farther up into the betas, of course, because we're only 1.2 right now. So we still, I think, got a couple more to go through. So that's my figured out spot for that. And then I also got some outside spots planned. Something that I have been thinking on, and it's been stumping me a little bit, is what to do with the library. Because originally I was thinking of having the library connected, but after doing some thinking and some thoughting and stuff like that, I don't want the library to be connected. I want this to be its own building. And then off to the side, you have the library too. And then you do have the option from here to go over to the library into this section. So I do want to keep this. And then obviously my plan is going to be to just... I don't have a lot of dirt. Well, I could go back. I just want to go through all my chests of dirt. But all of this land will be flattened up to this wall. And then we'll either do something to encase this wall and like memorize it, and like, or this whole thing will be flattened, which I really don't want to do that. I'm okay with if we have to keep this, but this chunk right here, when it goes between water to water, that is going to all be covered, so we don't have to worry about that, because this is not staying. This will end up being all flat anyway, and it'll line up with... I think that's actually flat with this land right here, is that stuff over there anyway. And then over that way is going to be more city vibe. There's going to be buildings, entertainment, food, stuff like that will be down that way. And then over here, through this is going to be nature, some fountains, some ponds, rivers, stuff like that. And that's going to take over all of this as it goes this way. And then you can... on top here, I may put like a watchtower up there. Would be really cool. And then, up there is just looking down at the museum and all the stuff we have around here, as this is meant to be our mega project, and this is going to take us a long time. Just this building is going to take us a long time. That's not even count the library or all the outside stuff or even the city I want to build down that way. But I don't want to get too far ahead of myself and start doing too much stuff to get burnt out and I want to do it. So we're going to be doing one thing at a time. And I kind of don't know what to do. And I say this in a spot because I don't want to burn through. We don't have a lot of sand left. I say that, but we have, if I did the math correct right now, we have probably 8,000 sand, give or take. That'll be good for 2,000 blocks of sandstone, which is almost enough. We'll probably be a 300 or 400 short, so realistically we could get from here probably to here, and also have that whole section to do as like a sort of estimate. So like best case scenario, that'd be how much we have left. So we still have to go mine another 2,000 sand to even get to that spot. So it makes me not so wanting to use it all, and then I also don't want to build this because this is huge time sink. So what I realistically think I need to do is build the floor out. I think that we're gonna do that next episode, is starting on the floor. I don't really want to, and the crafting is literally gonna take me ages, and I could probably make an episode out of just freaking crafting sandstone, realistically, because of how much it takes. But yeah, like, think about it. All of this land right here, everything emptied, maybe 9,000 sand for all of this. Obviously, some of these parts are thinner. Like, once you get up here, see how it's only, like, 3 high? Or even there's parts of this down here that are only 2 high, like that. Because it's getting beached up. But if we keep going this way, like, see how that's higher up and it goes up a little bit, like, there definitely is more sand to take, and there is going to be more that we're going to do. So it's just a time sink thing. It's not really, much more than that. So yeah. So that's kind of just like, I guess, me saying my soapbox here, just kind of talking about everything, because it's just been such a long gap in between videos. We're gonna work on a couple. I generally don't know how much progress we're gonna be able to get on the floor episode by episode, but I do want to do a couple episodes within this state right now, because one thing that I do enjoy doing is documenting the process, which is why we do this so much and why things happen like they do. I love showing me making the progress, and then I also do love the jump cut from progress, like for the bakery and stuff like that, which, don't worry, the bakery is not forgotten at the original base. We are just over here working for it some time being. As we're waiting, I might as well go pile up this wool up here. But yeah, I enjoy the documenting process and being able to click on an old video and be like, man, I remember when I started this, or, oh wow, the base looks so much different before I knew what I wanted to do. Like, kind of stuff like that is what I enjoy being able to document. So I got to keep a good balance of mega progress on this, and then also making the progress on camera, because I don't want people to think that, if you came back next episode and this entire museum was done, you'd be like, wait a second, something's not adding up here. How in the world did he manage to build this entire... Even this is a massive jump that I'm not even happy with going from that far. I do have about 2 hours of footage of me just literally... No, I don't have I think my mic was muted for it, but like, I was literally just listening to music and doing this. So in the middle of the recording, I paused like 5 or so times. Oh, the sheep disappeared. Just because, I was changing the song, or I was looking at something on my TV, or I think I was watching basketball too. And so it was like a mix of me doing all that kind of stuff together, which led to that. I'm sorry, I did not mean to lose my train of thought right there. But I guess with me losing my train of thought there, that's a good part to end this episode. This is a 0 progress episode besides finishing the entire of this. I apologize. I just really wanted to get my mind out there, and I feel like if I speak things, it helps it happen better, because then I have something to go off of for it. But that's all I got for me today, guys. Thank you for listening to me on my soapbox. Next episode, we will start on this. I'm going to start crafting some sand. Man, this is going to take a long time. But I'll catch you guys then. Bye.